LFA's Beatriz Consuli hopes to avoid stressing out her mother with quick win. Beatriz Consuli wants to extend her winning streak to 18 this Friday at LFA 221, combining both amateur 12-1 and professional 5-0, and hopes it comes quickly to save her mother from the stress. Consuli will challenge Shannon Clark for the flyweight title in the main event of the evening in Brasilia, Brazil, and her mother Cleo, Consuli, once again will be in attendance. She has been in the venue for most of her bouts, except when she traveled to places like Russia and Abu Dhabi to win multiple IMMAA championships. "I panicked when I was going to have my first kickboxing fight," Consuli told MMA Fighting. "My mom has high blood pressure, and I thought, I can't get beat or I'm screwed. I was more afraid of losing because of my mom than for myself." She was totally calm. "She gives me a lot of confidence and stays cool so I don't get anxious. But after the fight, she breaks down, cries, and tells me how much she's proud of me." Beatriz said her mother doesn't get nervous at all during her MMA fights today, and was immediately interrupted by her. "That's a lie," Cleo said. "She's lying," laughs. Cleo's daughters grew interested in martial arts classes when they were teenagers in Rio de Janeiro, and Beatriz joined a kickboxing gym a month before turning 15. Cleo is now used to watching Bea trade punches and kicks and lock submissions in cages, but it's different from any other MMA bout. She watches the UFC and gets upset when fights end too fast, Beatriz said. "Mine will be fast, don't worry. There are fights I want to watch that are so good I don't want them to end. But when it's my daughter, I prefer it to end quickly," laughs. "Look, I like watching fights, but I prefer when there's no stress." Cleo predicts her daughter will win in the best way possible Friday in Brasilia and said it will be the best fight of her life. Beatriz started her professional career with 5 straight decisions and stopped Nayani Silva in just over 3 minutes in her most recent bout in July. "I believe in the knockout," Beatriz said of her title fight Friday night. "She's very aggressive, always coming forward, but she moves in straight lines and has a very square stance. She doesn't move her head or change angles. Sometimes she switches stances, but she just switches and then stands still. My plan is to work from mid to long range, control the distance, hurt her with calf kicks and strong jabs, and when she rushes in to clinch and take me down, I'll ground and pound her." Training at Rio's KO squad team after a brief period at Nova Union, Consuli is no stranger to her opponent. Clark is 6-1 as a pro, losing only to Younes Dubin at Dana White's Contender Series in 2024, and Consuli remembers that match vividly. "I remember watching her fight on the Contender Series and picturing myself against her. My training partner, Claudio Mieres, who will also fight at LFA 221, texted me right then, 'Bea, are you watching the Contender? Seriously, you'd beat both of them,' laughs. 14 months later, Consuli agrees with her teammate. "I'm going to beat her. Following the right strategy, it's going to work. The experience I had as an amateur made me calm for this moment. People are like, 'Man, you've got all this pressure to fight for a title fight, a world title, and you're fighting a gringa.' But come on, I've fought 5 Russians already. My amateur career gave me the experience that not many people have. I set it in my mind that I'm going to win this belt, and next year, I'll be in the UFC. I truly believe that. I'll perform really well in this fight, and that next year, I'll be in the UFC for sure." Beatriz Consuli enters her upcoming LFA bout with one mission in mind: end the fight fast and keep her mother's nerves intact. The Brazilian prospect, known for her aggressive style and sharp striking, has revealed that her mom gets extremely anxious watching her fight. This time, she plans to make it quick, decisive, and painless for both her opponent and her family. Consuli, who has steadily built a name for herself on the regional circuit, will step back into the cage under the Legacy Fighting Alliance banner with renewed focus. Training out of a small but intense camp in Brazil, she's been sharpening her striking combinations, tightening her ground defense, and working closely with her coaches to deliver the kind of statement performance that gets fans talking. In a recent interview, she admitted that her mother often has to leave the room during her fights. I'm my biggest supporter, but also my biggest worry. Every time I step into the cage, I think about how nervous she gets. This time, I want to make it easy for her. The plan is to finish the fight quickly. Her last performance showcased her evolution as a mixed martial artist. With improved cage control and a patient approach, she scored a dominant victory that put her name on the radar of MMA fans across Brazil and the United States. Now, she's focused on repeating that success, but in even more spectacular fashion. Consuli's opponent is expected to bring power and grappling pressure, but the Brazilian fighter remains confident that her speed and precision will be the difference. She's been working tirelessly on maintaining composure under pressure, a skill she believes will help her execute the game plan flawlessly. The most important thing is to stay calm. When I'm calm, everything flows naturally. My mother's peace of mind depends on how quickly I can finish this fight, and that motivates me even more. LFA, known for producing future UFC stars, continues to serve as a proving ground for emerging talents like Consuli. A strong performance could not only help her secure a highlight reel finish, but also put her on the radar of major promotions looking for their next female prospect. Consuli's story resonates with fans because it's deeply human. Behind the fierce fighter is a daughter trying to protect her mother from worry. It's a reminder that even in the brutal world of mixed martial arts, emotion, family, and heart play a powerful role. As fight night approaches, all eyes will be on Beatriz Consuli, not just for her fighting skills, but for her mission to win fast, win clean, and give her mother one less reason to stress.